most economies are and continue to be reasonably strong because there was so much money printed and so much money borrowed and spent. And, if you give me $1 trillion, I'll show you a very good time. And we're all having a very good time. I don't know how much longer it can last. It is leading to inflation, which is leading to higher interest rates. And then, of course, there's war as well. War has never been good for anybody except a few generals. But the rest of us suffer. So we're going to have, in my view, the war is going to end someday. And when it does, we'll have a big rally in the markets because people are not so worried about central banks anymore. The central banks are scared. Have a big rally, and that's the last rally. And then we have a bear market, and we have the worst bear market in my lifetime, and which means we also have a bad economy. The debt, Adam, this may sound dramatic, but we had a bad market in 2008, 2009, bad economy. Since then, and that was because of too much debt. Adam, since then, the debt has skyrocketed. Can't even count how much the debt is up since then. So the next bear market has to be the worst in my lifetime. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you facts. That the price of commodities has gone through the roof. Nickel was, I cannot believe how high nickel was yesterday, and maybe even today, and some other things as well. These are unprecedented prices, and that's having an effect on all of us. Adam, I know you don't know what's happening to prices because your butler does your shopping, but the rest of us who do our own shopping, we know that prices are going through the roof. And that's having an effect, even if they calm down for a while. This is changing a lot of things. It's certainly changing the whole face of the economy in Europe and Asia. More important for us, the US dollar has been the world's reserve currency and medium of exchange for decades. That is changing now because now many, international medium of exchange is supposed to be neutral. You can use it for anything. You could buy drugs, buy your girlfriend a coat. You do whatever you want to with an international medium of exchange. But now, if Washington gets angry at you, they put sanctions on you and you cannot use it. So needless to say, lots of countries are saying, wait a minute, we got to find something else because if America ever gets angry, we're in real trouble. So China, Russia, India, Brazil, Iran, many countries are now looking frantically, have been, but now it's accelerated, looking for something to compete with the US dollar. I don't like saying it, Adam, I'm an American, but I have to face facts. And what Washington is doing is ending the 100 years or so, or 80 years or so, that the US dollar has been the world's reserve currency. Not good for you, not good for me, certainly not good for our kids.
Are these events here basically serving as an accelerator to the movement from a lot of non-US nations to de-dollarize? Sounds like you think absolutely it is.
I know. I can look out the window. If you were any country in the world, even if you're neutral and not affected, you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, suppose America ever gets angry at me for whatever reason, even if they're wrong, they're going to cut me off. Nobody can live with that kind of world, certainly not in economics or finance.
Just real quickly, the whole topic of central bank digital currencies or CBDCs, had been floating around much over the past year. I presume if we indeed move to that, the US and other major nations, but if the US moves to it and is still the reserve currency at the time, that just makes this concern even more of an issue for these countries, right? Because you can basically, freeze a CBDC within milliseconds, correct?
Well, yes, as long as the electricity is working. Remember last year, Texas closed down its electricity for 4 days. What are you going to do then? You're going to go to the shop and say, I need some bread, but my money is all on the computer? The shopkeeper's going to say, well, Adam, we like you very much, but we got to have money. We're sorry your electricity is down. Or if countries close down the internet, which has happened more than once, what are you going to do then? Now, I have a little silver here just in case that happens. But that's one problem. My deeper concern is, and I know a lot of people who've made a lot of money trading crypto. Many computer currencies have disappeared already and gone to zero, as I'm sure you know. But everybody's working on it, including the US. All money is going to be on the computer eventually. It already is in China. In China, you cannot take a taxi with money, Chinese money. You cannot buy an ice cream with money in China. You have to have it on the computer. They're ahead of us, but everybody's going to be there. But when the US says, okay, Adam, this is money now. But if you want to use that money over there, you can use that money. That's not the way bureaucrats and politicians think. They want control, they want monopoly. I don't like it, but they love it. So that's why I have not, as long as the cryptocurrencies are just trading vehicles, who cares? But if they become successful as money, as the bulls say, then I'm skeptical.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
Do you want to know one thing about crypto? I made over 3000% in profit in a few weeks. Fact is, the traditional financial system, the traditional money system makes you poor, not rich. If you want to earn $500,000, $1 million, you have to wait until you're 50, 60, 70 in the traditional financial system, and you probably will still be broke. And you will be old. This is not a sexy combination, as you can imagine. But the question is, how can you start in crypto and make these profits? Where to invest? Where do you start? My name is Gunnar and I'm from Germany, as you can hear, and things are a little bit different in Germany. More about that later on. Fact is, there are lots of different cryptocurrencies. It's a gigantic universe where beginners and professionals get easily lost. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There are 7 key steps you need to follow to become successful in this market. You have to know them, and if you fail one of them, it's literally impossible to succeed in this market. Just an example, one of the key points is your exchange, and one of the biggest are, for example, Binance and Coinbase. These are trusted and well-established exchanges, but, and this is a big but, you won't find the super profitable coins on those exchanges. The unknown super profitable coins that get gigantic profits are not traded on those kind of exchanges. They are traded on much smaller insider platforms that are barely known. And I can tell you what those super secret exchanges are and why they are so profitable. And another super important thing are the right information sources. The point is, the internet is gigantic. There are hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels, blogs, pages, and much more. And there are also market makers and influencers. For example, Elon Musk, he is not a crypto guy, but the moment he recommended Dogecoin, it went through the roof, to the moon, so to say. But why did he recommend it? Where did he hear it from? He didn't hear it from newspapers. And believe me, he is listening to someone. But you have to know who, and you have to react before he is reacting. This is really important. And these are only 2 of the 7 steps you have to follow in order to be successful in crypto. And if you want to know all of these steps in much more detail, and if you want to have a comprehensive checklist, here's what you should do. There is a link below this video. Click on this link and you will get the opportunity to subscribe to my channel. Click on the link and you will see a video where I explain the next steps. So see you soon. Click on the link now. I'll see you there.